Hola, welcome, 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 welcome. I know I have stuff everywhere. I'm addressing something I don't even want to be addressing, guys, but it's pretty dang important, okay? Um, it's like I almost don't even know how to address this issue because it's so controversy, okay? When it just is, and it's a shame that it's come to this, okay? And stuff happens. What are you gonna do, okay? You either address it or you don't. But the comment I had made, okay, I had no ill intent. That's why I feel like it doesn't need to be addressed because I don't want this to turn into something bigger than it already has. Okay. Um, what I was worried about, okay, it's not even that. It's what I was speaking of. We were talking about cutting cords, certain relationships. It was a conversation we were having, and then it jumped to something else. So when something's, you're talking about one thing and then you jump to another, it can get meshed together. Okay, so that was something on my end that I have to be careful of doing because I felt like this shouldn't even be an issue because when I speak from my mouth, I speak from my soul, and there was no ill intent. Okay, um, what I was talking about was a shock. It was a drastic change, and there was no ill intent, guys. I'm just hoping he's secure enough in that switch he made because I know what type of energy we're in. So for me, it was more of a shocking situation. Um, no ill intent at all. Okay. I shouldn't even have to justify this situation, but I feel like it's necessary to say something because I don't want him to think there's other readers bashing him because I'm not that person. I also feel like there's a lot of things I'd like to say, but there's a lot of things I'd like to discuss with him versus all of you. So if he watches this message, I would hope you would reach out, okay? Um, Not to feel the need to justify the situation because there's no justification needed in this scenario, but there's other reasons, okay? And you would know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a spiritual thing, okay? Um, and I just am looking out for him, okay? In that aspect, it was never anything else. I talk about make it or break it energy, and this was a time to make it or break it. And we're all puppets, okay? We really are all little puppets. And I've watched him grow, and I've watched him, and I know what I'm looking at coming from a spiritual aspect of things. So I know he understands what I'm talking about. Um, and people, don't get me wrong, people are not going to always agree with me when it comes to certain things, okay? And I'm prepared for that, okay? Um, that is what that is. But to twist what I'm saying and to call me out and say I'm calling somebody else out in a negative way, to me that's shame on you. I would own up to that if that is the case. But this is not the case, okay? And I just think it's important that we all support each other in this journey, okay? Because it's rough. So if you want to take something out of text, then, that's on you. But I don't want something being taken out of text when it comes to another reader, especially when I did not mention names, okay? And now it was taken to this level, okay? And it's sickening, and I'm going to have to deal with this type of stuff, but I don't want him to feel any certain way. Or what if he watches me and he really likes me, because I've heard him say some lines that I say that I've been saying. So how do I know he doesn't watch me and he looks up to me? And then I have other people bashing it and twisting my words, okay? That it's wrong. And I would never ever bash another reader. I've bashed certain things on how stuff is being presented, okay? And I do, and even then I'm real particular, okay? But I know a lot of you know exactly who I'm talking about because of the age and such a shock. So I'm just hoping, with the make it or break it energy, he did it for him and he's confident, okay? Um, that's kind of what it was for me with that type of shock, okay? Because I've been watching other readers here and there. Spirit sends me to certain pages to see the enormous difference. And I know who's going to make it and who's going to break it, okay? There's a reason why I get sent to certain things like that. And I just think it's a complete shame that it's come to this. And I don't even know if I'm going to post this, but I know something should be spoken. If something should be spoken about it. And I think it's effed up to bash other readers, okay? And she just could have been having a bad day and this and that. But if anything was to get back to him or anything, I would want him to know that, you know, he's special and he's very gifted, and he would know exactly what it is I'm talking about when it comes to what I've said. So if anybody else takes it out of context, then, you know, that's no longer on me. But the fact that it's another reader, it's pretty important to me, I guess, at this point, that it gets addressed. And I think it's even effed up because I didn't even think it needed to be addressed because there was no ill intent saying in it. I was in shock. Okay, and then I was thinking about make it or break it energy, and then the video we were talking about, and when I was like, I don't watch him anymore, that should say a lot. That was referencing other things about cutting cords, not his cords. Okay, I don't watch him anymore because I don't watch other tarot readers like that anymore. Okay, I don't have time for that. A lot of us don't. Okay, we work hard, so I know I certainly work hard. So I think because of the conversation we were having and then things that was said and then how shocked I was because I had just seen it, okay, it was a shocking situation, and I just hope he's very confident in his situation, the choices he made, because at one point I didn't feel like he was. And is that a judgmental thing to say? No, that's me worrying. You know, because I have a heart of gold. I worry, you know, and good for him for making those changes and for being who he is. But I just hope that's him choosing that new look, okay? I know some of you can relate to that and some of you can't. It just depends on how spiritual you are. And he's very gifted, so he's going to know I had no ill intent when it came to that. And he'll know how to address the situation if it needs to be addressed. But it is important to me, I guess, to be careful what's been being talked about when something else is being talked about, because when you want to add the whole conversation together and mesh it as if it was supposed to be part of that message, then yeah, this is how this happens. So therefore, I'm going to have to be a little more wary about that. But I'm not happy I even had to make this video. Okay, I'm really truly not. I'm disgusted I actually had to make this video, but at this point, I think because thousands of you are watching it, it's important to know. It's just important to know. All right, there was no ill intent at all. Okay. Only positive vibes to him if he watches this. Okay, hit me up. Hit me up. And I really need people to, I guess it's just going to take time for you to get to know me and get to know my character on how I jump from thing to thing to thing to thing. Okay. There's nothing wrong with me saying, oh, people will say, you know, they'll put this in their headline, but then next thing you know, you're reading a 5-10 minute clip, but that has nothing to do with that. Why? Because you're seeing that afterwards, okay, when they have you go to the other side and watch something. You know what I'm saying? And I don't do that, nor am I bashing people that do that, because that's how they make their money, okay? I'm just saying I've been noticing that energy, and because I think I worded everything in one little section after I talked about the shocking moment I had, apparently a few people took that and thought I was addressing this one particular reader, and it truly wasn't the case with that whole entire read. Okay, it truly was not. I can't even believe I'm doing this video. I'm disgusted. Okay. So I guess that's all I really need to say about this situation. Lots of love to all you guys. Okay, my lipstick's wearing off. So lots of love to all you guys, and you know, I wish this doesn't turn into something bigger than it doesn't need to. Okay, it just, trust me, if I had something to say negative about certain readers, I would speak my opinion. I wouldn't have to come back and try to justify it. The only reason why I'm coming back and having this conversation with you guys is because there was no ill intent, and it got turned around, and it's pretty effing lousy. I'm not that person, and I guess I'm gonna have to get used to some of that stuff, but it was important for me to get this message out there because there was no ill intent. And trust me, if there's ill intent towards something, I'm gonna tell you. I tell you how it is. I keep it real with you guys, okay? And it's not because I'm bringing this up, oh, because it's another reader and did it. No, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. And if he feels that pull like I feel that pull, he's if anything, he's just gonna be like, oh my god, don't feel bad. Like, okay, so some people just like to blow things up when they don't need to be blown up. All right, and I'm hoping, you know, from here on out, I apparently have to watch how I word certain things with certain clips after talking about certain things, because shit can get twisted. But in this case, shit got, I guess, a little twisted. What are you gonna do, you know? So I felt the need to address this. Trust me, there's a lot of things I won't be addressing in the future, but when I had no ill intention and people are putting it out as I did, it's just messed up. You don't do that. All right, you don't mess with somebody else's character. Shame on you. I love you guys. Have a fantastic day.